Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? We are going live. Breaking news. We are going live right now. I'm still in my study here. Instead of being down in the basement in the studio, I've decided to stay in my study. I got a beautiful study here that Heidi has set up for me, and she just got me this beautiful murals to put back there behind me on the wall. It looks really nice. City of Jerusalem behind me there. It's really nice. Anyway, good to see everybody. Get a cup of coffee because the 5 waves of energy. If you've watched last night's broadcast with Mike from around the world, we were literally are expected to be hit with a powerful cosmic pulse or a cosmic wave that is supposed to hit us approximately 5:15 p.m. Eastern time tonight. It is right now 4:44 p.m. Eastern, so we should be we're about 30 minutes away. I decided to break in and go live, and Mike said some people may be starting to experience headaches and different things like that, and we want to check with you on that. Give me a moment, folks. I'm left my stuff sitting around on the other side because Sugar was actually taking a nap. Anyway, good to see everybody. Duck and cover is right, but it's a cosmic pulse from what Mike is saying. Again, we are getting some information. We did contact our good friend Rabbi Yehuda Glick in Jerusalem. He is home now. He's out of the hospital. He is home and is recovering from his injuries. The miracle is he has no broken bones. To be thrown off 2 flights of stairs, to be thrown down 2 flights of stairs, and then beat by a mob of people when he got to the bottom, it was a lynching, as he said. If somebody would have had a knife or a crowbar or something like that, they would have killed him. And actually, they were trying to kill him. They were kicking, they were punching, and it was just a matter of time. He would have been killed had there not been intervention there for him. But thank God. Anyway, let me put a shout out. We're going to talk about this wave of energy. It's due to hit in about 30 minutes. Let me put a shout out real quick, if you don't mind. Health with Paul. No, that's right. Put a shout out right now, if you don't mind, for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's noblegoldinvestment.com. Sorry about that. A lot of folks have lost hope recently. There's a lot of despair around and a few sleepless nights with the stock market returning to minus 10 since the start of the year. It's all looking dismal, but it doesn't have to be. Crazy as it sounds, gold has actually gained about 15% of its value since the beginning of the year, and that's 25% difference than the stock market. So it's probably something you've never considered before, like the way you never considered talking to people with Zoom, or maybe never thought about wearing a mask in public. But all these things seem normal now, don't they? So so you should actually just start considering investing in precious metals. Gold, silver, palladium, and platinum have proven to be very safe haven investments, and it is the only investment with appreciating value during this economic collapse. If you're interested in securing your wealth, call noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestments.com. Pick up the phone and call them. They're a Christian company. They're family owned. Call Colin Plume at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them that Pastor Paul Begley has sent you. All right. Well, guys, here's what's going on. Mike around the world yesterday, as you guys know. How do I know they're, man, there's so many different. Okay. This is a cosmic pulse, a cosmic wave of energy that is expected to hit the earth in the next 28 minutes. We've decided to go live because I want to ask some questions from some of you that are here tonight. My first question is anybody got any headaches? And it's also a full moon tonight. This is going to be a strawberry moon tonight. It's the first full moon in June, known as the strawberry moon. It won't turn strawberry color, but it is known as the strawberry moon. the wave, the cosmic wave, according to Mike from around the world. Your sister has a headache. All right. Gina says, yes, I'm getting a headache as we speak. Okay. The Red River says headache today as well. All right. So, and Heidi is also having one. I'm about like I always do. I'm just kind of coasting along here, but the people are bad headaches. People are feeling. You might be feeling off balance, a little throbbing headache. It's not good. Another one has a headache. Yes, yes. No, no. Okay, so it's kind of running about. My husband did. My son had one. Yep. We're running about 50%. So here's what Mike around the world said last night in our broadcast, that it's supposed to hit tonight at approximately 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he specifically gave that time. Now he said it could be you people could start getting headaches about a couple hours or so before, and maybe an hour or two after, because of the unbelievable pressure that it's going to apply on all of us as this wave of energy, this cosmic pulse, is going to hit the earth. Now, I'm just going to tell you something. I was looking actually for a thumbnail to put on this video, and I saw this thumbnail. I thought, man, that's so cool. And so I got ready to use it and realized it was an article written about me. I had no clue. This came out 2 days ago, June 3rd. And it says, end of the world, Bible expert reveals apocalyptic sign as NASA sees the sun activity spiking. So they're talking about that big solar eclipse. Apocalyptic signs of the end times are supposedly appearing in the skies as NASA confirms a spike in the solar activity, according to a Christian evangelist and doomsday preacher, has bizarrely claimed, they said. All right, okay. And here's what it says. NASA has confirmed it was the biggest solar flare in 3 years. It erupted on the surface of the sun, and although the flare is an indication the sun's solar cycle is becoming more active, some have interpreted the flare as a biblical sign of prophecy. And according to Paul Begley from West Lafayette, Indiana, in the United States, the world's prophetic demise will be preceded by signs in the heavens and the earth. And that is true. That's what it says in the book of Joel. All right. Now, I read on down the article. It said, speaking to his followers on YouTube, that'd be you guys, Pastor Begley said the sun has woken up and the waves of energy are bursting throughout the solar system. And that's absolutely the facts. That's what we're expecting to hit us in the next 25 minutes or so. In a video titled Breaking Apocalyptic Signs Hits the Sun and Moon, the firebrand preacher, I guess that would be me, as God is releasing asteroids and meteorites and clouds of debris, there are headed in our solar system coming right at us. Actually, we're going to continue watching this very closely, and we are. It does match some of the literally scriptural in the Bible, especially in the book of Revelation, where it says that the sun reacts. In Revelation 16, the Bible says the fourth angel poured out his bowl onto the sun, and the sun was given power to scorch people with fire. That is in the scripture. And it goes on to say in the article, they were saved by intense heat, and they were seared, by intense heat, and they cursed the name of God who had control over these plagues, but they refused to repent and glorify him. In Pastor Begley's opinion, this could be already happening as more and more people are experiencing scorching temperatures. Matter of fact, I just looked at Mr. BBB333, who did a video called That's Impossible. He has several scenarios going on around the world. One was in Arizona, there's a swimming pool. These people have a swimming pool that's 5 foot deep. They checked the water temperature in the swimming pool, and it was 92.5 degrees. Now that's hot. For June the 4th, that's crazy, yesterday. So the solar flare detected by NASA was a M-class flare, which is only mid-tier in terms of solar flare strength. Yet the flare was the strongest since October of 2017. And on Friday, May 29th, NASA said the flares were too weak to pass the threshold at which NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center, which is the United States government's official source for space weather forecast, watches, warnings, and alerts, provided alerts. They didn't think there'd be any coming out. That was on the 29th of May. But after several months of very few sunspots and little solar activity, scientists and space weather forecasters are keeping their eyes on this new cluster to see whether they grow or quickly disappear. The sunspots may be a harbinger of the sun's solar cycle ramping up and becoming more active, or they may not. It will be a few more months before we will know for sure. So on May 29th, a cluster of sunspots appeared on the sun's surface, releasing solar flares, okay? So what we're looking at here, sunspots appear at the dark fractals of the sun, where the surface temperatures plummet as a result of the star's magnetic field acting up. Pastor Begley, however, believes we are living in the end times, and the final hour of God's judgment is approaching. Well, that's true, and it is. And he said this is all the beginning, guys, of what he says is in the book of Revelation. And I agree with that. You have the debris field. Give me a moment. You have a debris field. Then you'll start seeing fires. There will be fireballs. There will be fire breaking out in different parts of the world. It will be unexplainable. And we've had that confirmation already beginning in Florida, in Siberia, and other parts of the world about 2 weeks ago. It is unexplainable. No one's ever explained it yet. And Mike from around the world told us this would start happening about 7 years ago. And now we're starting to see it. And the Bible says that the trees and the grass will burn up. Someone's saying they have a slight headache. Others are saying, I've definitely got a headache. Okay, listen to this. And the Bible says that the sun, then at some point, a mountain, which looks like a mountain burning, will crash into the sea, creating a tsunami so unbelievable that the third of the ships of the sea will be destroyed. Okay? Well, that's followed by another large comet or asteroid called Wormwood. Despite the doomsday predictions, there is nothing to fear from the solar activity as it is part of a natural 11-year cycle. That's their comment. But in 2011, NASA has also revealed it is impossible for major solar flares to destroy the planet. Well, that's unless the sun is being affected by the vials poured out from heaven by the angels that God says. And you know what that could be? Planet X, Nibiru, planet number 9. That's the wild card, guys. That's the thing that the Bible said is coming in these end times, all right? Now, NASA has said even the biggest solar flare are not powerful enough to physically destroy Earth. And I agree with that. There is no solar flare going to destroy Earth. But the Earth will be destroyed. The Bible says heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word abideth forever. And the Bible also tells us in 2 Peter chapter 3 that the earth is going to melt with a fervent heat. Even the elements thereof, the air will catch on fire, the charged particles in the air. So the cosmic waves of energy, the charged particles. And folks, we're just now about 18 minutes away from the arrival, according to Mike from around the world, if it's exactly on time as he is saying they believe it will be, we're about 18 minutes away from the arrival of a cosmic pulse, a wave of energy and it could be stronger than the one we had on August the 17th, 2015. That was when we got the first wave of energy. This, according to Mike Around the World, will be wave number 3. And he doesn't know how powerful it's going to be, but they've been anticipating this for some time. This is not an asteroid. This is not meteorite cluster. This is not a debris-filled cloud today, but it is a cosmic pulse. It's the energy that's out ahead of that hits us first. It's like an explosion. If you have a nuclear explosion, you get hit with a shock wave before you ever get hit with all the flying debris. Now, where will this hit in the earth? We don't know. And I asked that question last night. How intense will it be? We don't know. But I'm sure that the guys that study it, like Suspicious Observer, Laura Wells, Mr. BBB 333, Dutch Sense, these guys are going to be all over this watching. They know this is coming as well. Mike Around the World, though, even has access to instruments that they don't have access to, but they're very good. They are very, very good. And a lot of times it's the amateurs, people like Mr. BBB 333 or Dutch Sense or somebody, or Laura Wells, who actually go and look and read all the different instruments there is that spot this stuff and report it out there before the news media ever has a clue what's going on. That's what's so great about them. I got to give them a lot of credit. Mike Around the World will give us an update on this stuff anytime. I mean, if we get hit with something wild this afternoon, and it may not be right at 5:15. This could give or take. I mean, we could be an hour early. It could hit, this thing could hit an hour later than the time we're supposed to. And right when 5:15 gets here, we may not see anything or hear anything. None of that stuff. This isn't an asteroid, but it is a cosmic. But if your head is hurting, if you're starting to already feel massive migraines, people are saying, I'm having a massive migraine. People are saying, I'm having headaches. Some people are feeling dizzy or upset stomachs. They're feeling pressure building. This is what he said to look for during this hour before, maybe even to an hour after as this. But where exactly on the globe will feel the most of this pressure, I don't know. And but we're countdown right now. We're at 5 o'clock right now. We're about 15 minutes away from the wave of energy that is coming in. You may feel some really bad aches and pains. Arthritic aches and pains may intensify. Your stomach may get upset, a little upset. You may have a massive headache. Some people, it will be very, very uncomfortable, nauseous feeling. There you go, dizziness. Okay, so don't think you're getting coronavirus or anything. All right, but yeah, it's getting unbelievable here. Okay, now even the biggest solar flares are not powerful enough to destroy the Earth. Right. Now, NASA scientists have also assured there is no known asteroid or comet that could pose any threat to Earth now or in the next few hundred years. That's incorrect. That statement's wrong. NASA has absolute everybody on board trying to figure out what to do with the Apophis that's coming on Friday the 13th, April 13th, 2029. They are scared to death of this thing. And they're afraid of the debris field, the asteroid belt that's coming, the cloud of debris, the Jupiter collision that's going to hit on March 28, 2021. And then it's going to hit us somewhere around the year 2023 to 2025. We're going to encounter this massive debris field. And that's why Mike Around the World says, guys, that's more dangerous right now than Apophis. We got 9 years for that. We got to deal with this one in we're about 3 to 5 years out, but we've got clouds of debris that come first. Brimstone, heavy charged particles, iron oxide dust that's beginning to settle in, charged particles driving our atmospheric compression, it's called, driving our jet streams down, which is creating the red dust. All of this is happening. I want to welcome all 1,300 of you. Thank you guys so much for being with me. We did not advertise we were going to do this today. Heidi looked at me. She started getting a headache, and she said, you know what you need to do? You really should go live. You should get people on board here and just see how they're feeling, see how things are going. Okay, all of this is going on right now. We're live right now. This is not going to be a deep impact event. We're not going to get hit with an asteroid that I know of. We're not going to get run over with a comet. No, although we can see 5 comets right now visibly from the Earth, which is an incredible information. Which, matter of fact, there was an article written about me about that, I think 3 days ago. Now there's this one. So I know that our message is getting out. I want to thank the UK Express, if any of them are watching. Obviously they are, because they write a lot of articles, and they put me in there quite a bit. And I'm going to say that I'm going to thank them. They did a good job with this article here. They gave good expert opinion, scientific data, and they also allow me to speak what I'm saying, and they even quote the scriptures, and I really thank them for doing that. It's good work. Now let me tell you what else is going on. We are now at about 11 minutes before Mike from around the world expected cosmic pulse or wave of energy. It's cataclysmic. Here's how it could be. If it's not going to hit us and wipe out a city or something, but this pulse can really do some damage to our magnetosphere or our magnetic shield. It can also heat up that core of the Earth, which affects everything. We just seen, as we showed you last night with Mike around the world, how that in Norway, land, just massive amounts of land, just started being sucked into the ocean. And it wasn't from an earthquake. It wasn't from a tsunami. It just, the Earth's crust is starting to pull away. The gravitational pull by Planet X, Nibiru, planet number 9, the cosmic rays, the radiation, the CMEs, and that's why the sun is exploding. That's why something was exploding on the backside of the moon. And now the backside of the sun with massive solar flares when we're supposed to be in a solar minimum. Guys, right now we are about 10 minutes out from the arrival of the arrival of this cosmic ray, this wave, this cosmic pulse, this one of the 5 waves of energy. Now, could it hit exactly then? Maybe. Will we lose power? No. This is not a CME. This is not EMP, okay? This is not going to do anything to the power grids. This is a cosmic pulse, which really will put pressure on you could have a headache, you could have upset stomach, nausea, you could have severe pains in your joints, not only now, but in the next hour or so, you may feel it. It's not going to wreck the universe. It's not going to knock a satellite out of the sky, but it is affecting the Earth's magnetic shield. It is affecting, these energy waves will go right into the core of the Earth, heating that core, which then can cause volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, these disturbances can bring about all kinds of pressure that's building. So that's what we're watching. Is not a wave that's going to like blow us back. It's what it does to us. It's going to hit. You're going to feel it. Some of you are already feeling headaches, already feeling this, but it's the particles that's coming with it, the charged particles that are then going to create an atmosphere that is more susceptible to massive lightning strikes, thunderstorms, straight line winds of a biblical proportion, and it just sets the stage for a whole lot more intensity on the Earth than what we normally experience. And so someone said they're having pain in their ears just now. You may be feeling headaches. Your stomach might be sick or kind of upset or nausea for no reason. You just could feel a lot of things right now, especially headaches or joint pain. And I think that joint pain, watch for that. That seems to be, every time we have one of these, seems like that's like tonight, when you go to lay down. But I think right now, according to Mike around the world, this right now and over the next hour or so to come, that's where we may be feeling this, really this wave. We're right now about 8 minutes out from the wave of energy, and don't expect an explosion. Don't look for an asteroid to come roaring through or some kind of a massive energy explosion, or the sky's not going to turn purple, or we're not going to have power grids blowing up everywhere, or it's not going to affect satellites or television or GPS, because that's not what this is. This is not a CME. This is a cosmic pulse. This is more radiation, more UV. I mean, it's really radiation so high that it will affect people with headaches, joint pains, and nausea. But it's the Earth's magnetic shield will try to grab it and center it into the core of the Earth, and it will get it. It will do that, but it can't handle it all. It's cataclysmic. What it means by that? No, the cataclysmic is that's the after effects. Once this heats this core, you could see a spike in volcanic reaction the next 2 to 3 days. You could see a mega quake in the next 2 to 3 days. You could see, you're going to definitely have a gravitational pull going on. Of course, already we're having that, because it's also a full moon. It just so happens that this thing is hitting us the same night as the strawberry moon, which there's already going to be some tide issues. The tide is going to be pulling, the moon's going to be pulling. We're 6 minutes out now from impact. According to Mike from around the world, we'll wait and see what the results are. People like Dutch Sense, people like Mr. BBB 333, Suspicious Observer, Laurel Wells, some of these other folks that are really good at reading the meters and looking at all the instruments. Mike from around the world, who's also has tremendous access. Even Steve Quayle may actually get into this to find out what's happening. And you'll see there'll be several people out there who are really good at that, and they'll be watching very closely. But I'm really going to want to see what Mr. BBB 333 says, what Dutch Sense says, what Laurel Wells say. I mean, these folks, I'm going to be zeroing in on them. Mike from the world will be back with us next Thursday. And what Mike is saying, if you feel the headache coming on, we're now 5 minutes out from this cosmic pulse, this wave of energy that is anticipated to hit at 5:15 p.m. Eastern time. Another thing to remember, and is to know that, then watch out the next 72 hours, really. Will there be volcanic eruption, explosion somewhere, one or two of them maybe? Will there be a mega quake, something over 7, that could actually happen in the next 72 hours? We've got a heavy pressure from this. This is a ton of pressure that comes in when these waves of energy. We're 4 minutes out now, 4 minutes out. And so, extreme headaches and muscle aches you might be feeling. Some of you might be having migraines. There may be people who are just right now, they not even know we're live because they're just laying down because they can't hold their eyes open, or they can't, they got to stay in a dark room. They're having a serious migraine. Someone says, I'm feeling real dizzy and I'm off balance. That could very well be from that. If you feel a little nausea, I had a lot of people on earlier, so they are definitely having earthquakes. Having migraines or headaches. It's a strawberry moon tonight. We're 4 minutes out. That means we're going to have another full moon tonight, and it's going to be putting a lot of pressure along with the cosmic pulse. The tides will rise. You don't want to have an earthquake or tsunami or something. We got to really watch what's going on with this tropical storm crystal ball that seems to be doing weird things in the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to continue to watch this. But there's nothing to fear here tonight. It's not going to be, the world's not going to end tonight in the next 3 minutes. My headache's turning into a migraine. We've just seen someone, Brian just said that. How many others are feeling that? Maybe mind pressure in my head. I have a slight headache from Rebecca. She's in Tennessee. We're seeing other people saying, yes, some folks are anxious. Calm down. It's okay. Nothing's going to happen to you today. All right, the Earth's not going to explode. We're not going to have, there's no asteroid going to crash into us. We're not going to have any of those things happen. But the magnetosphere is going to go off the charts if what Mike is telling us is absolutely correct. But he's been absolutely dead on the last 2 waves of energy. This is wave number 3. Will it be bigger than that first one? And that was a big one. I don't know. He don't know. But we're going to wait and see what that means. But it's bringing a lot of pressure, a lot of dust, charged particles. We're 2 minutes out now. 2 minutes out now from this wave of energy that is to hit the Earth. A cosmic pulse. It's cataclysmic because it causes the literally it will cause the magnetic shield around our Earth to go crazy. I hope to God they've turned CERN off. I'm surely they're not running CERN, because CERN weakens our magnetic shield. Also, when the sun is in a solar minimum, it weakens our magnetic shield. Okay, so the fact that the sun went through this massive solar flare eruption on the backside of the sun, it wasn't Earth facing, and thank God, was biggest solar flare in 3 years. And we also had a explosion on the backside of the moon. Mike from the World was putting that together and saying these are some very, very serious things. And the Bible told us there'll be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars. We're 1 minute out now. There'll be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall we see the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, coming in the clouds with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption is drawing nigh. A lot of people have been having headaches within the hour. A lot of folks are having even migraines. We're about 30 seconds out now. We've got people here from all over the world, but don't worry, the world's not coming to an end tonight. But the after effects of this cosmic pulse, what will it do? Will it create volcanic eruptions in the next 72 hours? Will it create a mega quake? We've just now turned 5:15 p.m. Eastern. And so right about now or so, this wave of energy, this cosmic pulse, this pressure that is upon the planet is upon us now. And in the next now or within the next hour or so, you may be experiencing some really weird headaches that you don't normally get, or migraines that, or you may start feeling nausea, or you may actually start feeling some severe joint pain in your body. Just know this: you're probably experiencing part of this wave of energy, this cosmic energy, and these charged particles. Someone's saying they've got blurred vision and a migraine right now. Brian says he's off balance right now. That's part of it. Someone else is saying their ears are ringing louder than usual. Okay. Reported blocked me again. Nobody's blocking you. We can see you. Nobody's blocking you. Now, you might say something if you type certain things that is not acceptable. YouTube's algorithms will just not let it post. Okay, I'm not doing anything. So don't get mad at me, and don't get mad at my. No, you're not blocked. I see you, Richard Bell Sr. I'm trying to tell you guys, you're not blocked. But you might type something. If you type too long of a statement, it won't post. If you put certain words in it that are unacceptable, it won't post. Or the moderators could actually not let it post if it's something that's really not good. Okay, but even if they don't have to touch it. YouTube themselves are managing now a lot of these comments. So everybody just calm down and understand that, okay? Deborah Parsons, you're not blocked. I'm looking right at your comment. See what I'm saying? I can see it. Okay, so someone was saying I have inner ear pressure. I have a headache. Yeah, someone else is having headaches. A lot of folks are having a headache, some nausea. And you may feel the joint pains later. I feel pressure in my ears, joint pain, arthritis already. Happy Girl says. Again, we've got over 1,700 people that are with us live right now. on our YouTube channel here. This was a spontaneous. I never announced we were going to do this. Just Heidi looked at me and said, you probably should go live. She was having a headache, pressure in your head. I see that, Desiree. Some people feel fine. I'm actually feeling fairly fine. I really don't feel anything outside the norm for me. Yes, there could be explosions. Sure. Could this affect planes? Well, Mike never does say that. Mike says planes will fall out of the sky, but that's generally from other reasons of incoming debris could cause some of that. But today, expect this. It is a cataclysmic. It is expected to be a cataclysmic, powerful, cosmic pulse that is hitting the Earth, and the magnetic field will try to absorb it, but it will not be able to handle it all. Whatever it does absorb, it will carry it right into the core of the Earth. That will heat the core of the Earth up hotter than normal. That will cause magma to flow, and that will cause volcanic eruptions to happen, or massive earthquakes and tsunamis. So really the next 72 hours is what we want to watch. The next 72 hours. That's the time period of the after effects of a major cosmic pulse hitting the Earth. And so people like Laura Wells, watch her YouTube channel or her Facebook page. Watch Mr. BBB333. Let's see what he says about it. Did he detect something? Did they catch something on one of the instruments that they watch closely? Keep an eye on Dutch Sense. He'll be all over this, watching closely. Mike around the world is watching on instruments that we can't even get access to. Different people will be watching to see how strong this cosmic pulse has been. And then, something we can all watch for is, will there be an earthquake of 7.0 or higher, a megaquake? Will there be a massive eruption of a volcano? Will there be a tsunami? Will there be another major landslide like we just saw in Norway? Will there be, a weird weather pattern or something strange with another hurricane or cyclone or typhoon, something outside the usual? We'll keep an eye on all of that, guys. Main thing is, don't have any fear, okay? For the Lord hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. There's been a lot of earthquakes in Southern California as of late. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to check it just before I get any further here. I think it'd be fair to take a look and just see if we're okay, because an earthquake can absolutely happen. I mean, I expect it, okay? I expect of either a volcanic eruption or a megaquake of at least 7.0 and higher. I just do. And I expect it within 72 hours because of this is so much pressure. And we got a full moon tonight. This is the strawberry moon. So that's another gravitational pull. And Planet X is what's causing these cosmic waves, these cosmic releases, these pulses. A suspicious observer will be watching this close. I'm looking right now. There's been 50 earthquakes. We just had a 2.6 hit the geysers in California a minute ago. But there was a 5.2 earlier in Turkey, 5.0, 5.1 in the Philippines. This would have all been before the cosmic, 5.3 in Tonga, 5.1. Greece had a 4.5. Yeah. So there's been nothing really over 5.1 in the last 24 hours. So really clock is ticking now, 72 hours. I want you guys to watch it closely to see what's going to happen from this cosmic wave. And maybe this will be a minor wave. Maybe this wave won't be as powerful as that one in August of 2017. There was storms that hit during that time, lightning strikes that were really wild. One hit Mecca even and knocked a crane over during the Hajj that killed about 360 some people. Some really weird stuff happened during that cosmic wave of August of 2015. August of 2015, on August the 17th, 2015, there was some really weird stuff that started happening. So we'll keep an eye on all of this, guys. Everybody just calm down. But I wanted to come in here. I wanted to give you guys a heads up that Mike from around the world dropped this on us. People are saying, I can see Jerusalem in the background. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm in my office, actually, upstairs. I'm not downstairs in the studio. But Heidi, I said, I want something on this wall in my office here. I love just studying here. And sometimes I just like to go live just instead of downstairs. Brock's here. He does the whole thing. And we do the whole out program and hit all our live shows and hit all the 8 or 9 different social medias at once. But when I'm upstairs, I just want to do a video or I just want to go live. I want to just do it here in my office where it's comfortable and Sugar can sleep right there, and I got all my books here and everything I need to study. And Heidi went and got me this beautiful background that's just gorgeous, okay, of the city of Jerusalem. This would be exactly what it looks like if you were standing on the Mount of Olives, okay? Just a gorgeous background for me, and put it up here today. And I said, oh, that's so nice, so nice. So makes you feel good about everything going on. For the love of Israel, okay? For the love of Israel, the city of the great King. All right, guys, I hope you guys were glad that I came live on, letting everybody know what was going on. And hey, keep your eyes open. Let's see what happens. Earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis. Watch these things. And also keep an eye on what might be said by Mr. BBB 333 or Dutch Sense or Suspicious Observer or Laurel Wells. I think those 4 I would watch. They're pretty good. Let's see it. They look at all the instruments, and let's see if they're able to bring. There's people saying they're having headaches. Some people have got nausea. Folks have got joint pain. A lot of people are having migraines. Mike said this is probably going to happen, so he said just relax. And the joint pain could hurt, especially tonight, later tonight. You could really feel that, okay? But just relax. Don't worry about the witches and the warlocks. I'm glad you let me know it, but it's true. I respect the fact that the devil is working out there tonight, and they like to try to use this moon for their power. But remember, the moon is the lesser light. And also know this, that God created the heavens and the earth, and it's God that said he would send signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. But I remember, your God is who? Who is your God? Well, if he be for you, if God be for us, who can be against us? And so as the witches and the warlocks and the wizards and the sorcerers conjure up every demon they can, greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. God bless all of you. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. God bless all of you. Thank you guys for dropping in. And may you be safe. Keep your eyes open. Let's watch and see what's going to happen in the next 72 hours. God bless all of you. Are you serious? Do I just need more coffee? What? Are you serious? I just need more coffee.